We know the real source of homelessness. You might assume that a city's rate of homelessness has to do with education, poverty, addiction, how good the weather is. But those are symptoms or signals, not the source. The 2022 book, Homelessness is a Housing Problem, articulates this better than I've seen anywhere else. When you chart out rates of addiction, rates of poverty, rates of education, weather patterns, none of that is directly correlative to the rates of homelessness, either street or an overall population of unhoused people in a place. You know what does correlate really neatly? Housing costs. The more expensive housing gets, the higher rates of homelessness. San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York were associated with high rates of homelessness because it was expensive first. Philadelphia, where I live, had a reputation for relatively lower rates of homelessness among big cities because it was relatively cheaper to live than other big cities. Relatively well-regarded social services systems can make that easier for those who are experiencing homelessness, like Philadelphia, where an at times housing first policy also sped up some of the gaps to getting housing access. I spent a year working in homelessness services, so I understand you could credibly ask, why are there higher rates of drug and alcohol abuse, mental health disorder, and lower rates of education among the unhoused? Well, that misunderstands causation and correlation. All those groups of people are highly vulnerable. When housing gets more expensive, those with the weakest social and support systems are the first to end up on the street. Rising housing costs is the cause. The symptom is seeing highly vulnerable people on the street. This guides policy decisions. Anything else is a band-aid. More housing made cheaply and faster is the clearest approach to reducing homelessness in a place. As a friend of mine likes to point out, the biggest source of affordable housing is old luxury housing. Give people a place to live and they'll choose to live.